Hi, today we've got some raspberry canes, and raspberries are really easy to grow. They can be grown in your garden, your allotment, or even in a container. They're so easy to grow, and they come in two varieties, an autumn and a summer variety. And this one we got here is polka, and this is a summer fruiting variety. So these can be planted from November right through to March while the canes are still dormant, and it's ideal. When purchasing from online nurseries or mail order, they will come bare rooted, but as we purchase these from a store, they've stuck them in a pot, and this is just keeping the moist roots nice and moist. And they've got 3 canes in this one pot, so we don't plant it as it is. We need to take this out of the container, cut the cable and separate the roots. So there's 2 varieties. The summer variety, which is called flora canes, and these fruit on the second year stems. So the first year it will grow out some stems, we don't prune them. The second year the fruits will appear on the brown stem, which is a way of identifying whether your raspberry is a autumn or summer. If they fruited on a brown stem, then that's your summer ones. Whereas the autumn ones, they're called primo canes, and they flower on the first year of planting, and they plant on a green cane. And once they've produced their fruits on the first year, the green canes can be cut down and they regrow the following year. So that's the difference between the summer and the autumn, but they both be planting the same time, the same way, just that they flower slightly later. So the raspberries can be planted in a container, and if you've got a big enough container, we can stick a couple of canes in the container. And there's a variety called Sonic Bale, and that's ideal, and it will grow in virtually any soil, even in a slightly wetter soil. I'll add a link underneath. So we're going to have a look at these and we'll plant them out. So these were purchased from B&Q, normally £5.50, I would reduce to £2. We got 3 canes per pot, so I thought it wasn't too bad. We look 5 years, they will grow 200 centimetres tall and 150 centimetres wide. Summer, they will stand up to -20 degrees and prefer full sun. This is Rubius Idaeus polka summer fruiting. So that's what we got. So let's have a look. I'm just going to take out canes. It's best to wear gloves. They are quite spiky. I haven't got any in the garden here at the moment. So I'm just releasing all the soil, and as we can see, there's shoots already coming through. These will send out their own shoots, and they can be ideal for cutting, making more shoots. So we can see they're quite shallow root, and we've got one shoot here already coming through. And we can see where it was planted, where it was up to the soil level. There's a bit of a bulb there, so we need to only replant this only that deep, so around 2 inches. And these are ideal, they've been nice and moist. You can see they're sending up a shoot already. So that's 3 of our canes, so that's perfect for the garden. So raspberries need a nice weed-free patch, which is quite well draining, not too soggy. So we don't plant these when it's freezing, or if it's waterlogged. We just keep the roots wrapped up, keep them moist, put them in a pot of compost until it's ready for time to post. So we've got our bed, we're all prepared. We either make a drill, you can either dig a hole. I'm using it up against the trellis because the raspberry plants will need some kind of pole protection. And we can either just add some well rotted manure or leaf mould to the bottom, or we could even add some blood, fish and bone. And then we take our cane, and we don't need it to very deep at all, not very deep, so the roots are kind of going out sideways. I'm going to try and encourage it to carry on going that way. I'm just going to put the first one in, press it down, firm it in, and there we go. So then the next one needs to go in about 45 to 60 centimeters apart, and we'll do the same again. Firm it in up until the mark, right, and then one more in here. There we go. Now I'm going to get some mulch and just put some mulch over the top. And this is just some leaf mould from the pot. And there we go. We're going to give it a good water. And that's our raspberry plants planted. So let me know in the comments, have you planted any raspberries? And what varieties have you grown? Have you got summer? Or have you got autumn? Or have you got both? It's a good idea to have a bit of both, and you can have a long crop during the whole season, which is great. So I've got those in the garden, and I'm going to put some in a container. I might take the other 3 just down to the allotment, so I've got some there just to eat when I'm down there as I munch away. So thank you very much. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, ring that bell, get notifications when I post some more. So thanks a lot. Cheers.